Oh, I'm live. Good. Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. This is really last minute. I know the light is weird. I have been. It's night, so I can't really take care of that because if I turn it off, it's just too dark. My children are here. That's Teddy and Mono. So I told everyone I'm doing a live video, and we didn't do a live video. I'm turning off my phone. Um, so I just want to do a solstice reading. I just want to do a solstice reading. Okay, I'm on vibrate. Yay, hooray. So I was on Sheila Celtic Tarot today, and we had a conversation, and I thought we were going to throw cards, and it was going to be about the solstice, and I thought it was going to be live, but it wasn't. Okay, so there's nobody here. I know I love the last minutes. So let me just do a reading for the solstice for all of us. I wanted to do a new moon, and I might yet. I don't know. Because part of me is like I wanted to, what do you call it? Do videos tonight, make videos tonight, and I might. But I was like, I want to do a live video, so here I am. All right. So no one's here yet. It's weird when because usually I talk to the camera and I figured, well, someone's going to watch, but now, okay. So I'm just going to do a solstice reading. Let's see what's happening. So this is for the collective, and I would say this is a 3-month reading for the first 3 months of the year. Because then, the next one we'll do is the equinox, which is give or take March 21st. So, like, what does a winter look like, basically? Cheers. Hello. All right. So, like I was saying, this is a solstice for the next 3 months, the winter reading for all of us. I really kind of wanted to go to a pyramid and do a whole thing, but I didn't know which one to go to or how to get there, or I couldn't figure it out. Oh, okay. Well, I have 2 9s. That's really interesting. So let's begin. Whoops. I have the 9 of Wands, and then the Hanged Man, and the 9 of Cups. So 9s are about attainment. So it's really interesting. It's like, well, I really thought that I really wanted to be really full and really kind of surrounded by my things, by my passions, and now I'm like a little bit, it's a little much. It's a little much. Okay, this is winter. Then we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is really a great card actually for the winter, because the Hanged Man is Odin on the tree, and the Hanged Man, he willingly gives something up. He willingly gives up a way of thinking, a way of looking at things, a perspective, a habit, because it just, I feel like it doesn't work anymore. He feels a little overwhelmed by it. Like maybe you wanted a certain job and you got the job, and now you have the job, you're like, oh boy. Or, oh, I really wanted to be friends with this person, and now it's kind of too much. It's a little bit like that. That's the way it feels. And the Hanged Man almost like goes into a trance in a way. He sort of goes into like a little bit of a winter trance, and he goes deep into his soul, and he goes, okay, I'm willing to like give up everything that I thought I wanted. I'm willing to give up these things I identify with, and I'm going to allow myself to be enlightened. I'm going to allow myself to be enlightened. That's what he does. That's what he does. And it's a process. It's like I have to sit and contemplate and put myself in a position where I don't see things the way I usually see things. And then we get the 9 of Cups. So maybe what he sees is what would actually satisfy him. Like maybe in the past, he attained things that he thought he had to have to make himself happy. or to make himself, say, successful, or to make himself well thought of. And now he's realizing it's like, those things don't really matter to me. What really matters to me is emotional satisfaction. It doesn't matter whether it makes other people happy. It matters whether it makes me happy. And that's what I think he gets in touch with over the winter. Mhm. All right. Then, hi Tammy. Oh, so I'm in the middle of the reading. It's nice to see you. I not see you, but you know what I mean. And then I get the Ace of Pentacles. So once he's willing to give something up and go after what it is he wants and what he wishes and what he feels he'll fulfill him, he gets like a new idea of like how to make money, how to move forward, how to spend his time, how to be secure. And this is my favorite ace. So the road is clear. There's no obstacles. So the tarot is a path, and that's the clearest path out of the 78 cards. Out of all the cards, because sometimes you don't see them, and the path, but it's always there. But sometimes you just don't see it. But in this one, you see it, and you see it really clearly. It's obstacle free. And the thing is, once he decides to go on the road toward this new idea, toward being secure, toward spending his time wisely and understanding that time is limited and that he's going to relish every moment of it, he walks down the road. It's like a yellow brick road. It's a yellow gold road. And then he goes through a vortex, which means it's like, you ever watch Stargate? It's like they go through these wormholes and vortexes and stuff, and it's a new world. It's a new world. So sometimes it's like once you start on a quest or a road or a way, it's like, well, now that I've made that decision and it was straight ahead and it was clear, obstacle free, it's like, oh, now I see things completely differently. It's a little bit like when I really decided to move to Mexico, right? After like a month or two here, I was like, I'm moving here. And, you know, honestly, even though there were, quite a few bumps, like once I really made the decision and then I got a lawyer and this apartment went really smoothly. It went really smoothly, it really did. It was like the road just opened up ahead of me. I made it. I'm making a decision. I'm opening this business. I'm making a decision. I'm getting this kind of job. I'm making a decision. I'm going to school. I'm making a decision to have more love in my life. I'm making a decision to learn this skill, right? And I'm on the road, right? I paid for the class, or I contacted the person, or I made the appointment, or whatever. Like once that initial, impetus is in the physical form, then the road becomes clear. Then the road becomes clear because you're going after what it is you want, what will make you emotionally satisfied. I'm actually going to do them 4 across because I think it'll fit. All right. Yeah, I'm following my intuition. I'm following my intuition because this one's a great empath. This one's the great empath. She's kind of the witch of the deck. Yeah, and I get another queen, and the time is now. And the time is now. And this one, has like a real zest and energy and, you know, let's get it going. She's very fiery. She's very fiery. Well, she's Queen of Wands. Very fiery. Lovely. The Page of Wands. Yeah, I'm trying something completely new. I know it's going to work because I'm a newbie and it's fertile. And yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to, oh, you can't do that. You can't open a store over there. Why not? You can't, but why not? I have the idea. It came from spirit and I'm going for it. Doesn't matter whether you think it's going to work. It's already working for me. Just taking the action toward it is already working for me. Hi, Ocean. Ocean Garnet. That's a lovely name. Hi, Lauren. Happy solstice. Maybe we'll do a little ritual at the end of the video, right? I'll find a candle. I have a candle somewhere. Yeah, the moon. I don't know exactly where I'm going. Hi, Melissa. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I'm being led. I'm being beckoned. I can't really describe it. I don't really understand it, but I'm going that way, and it's okay. It's not really completely clear, but I'm following my dreams. I'm following my intuition. I'm following something that's bigger than me. Is the video clear or is it just my vision? Is that better? I think that's better. Okay, good. I'll get, yeah, the candle I think is on top of the refrigerator. I hope. Okay, now before I actually go forward, I just did all the weeklies. I'm not going to put them up for a while. Between, for the last week of the year, which is the 25th through the 31st. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I have to tell you, it was the wildest week as a collective that I think I ever threw for. And I've been doing the weeklies for a long time, well over a year. I never saw anything. It was like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like everyone who is a scientist, just for an example, everyone who is a scientist decided to become uh, a hippie, and everybody who's like really spiritual decided to become like religious. Like there's something calling each and every one of us collectively and individually. And everyone's like, I'm going after my dreams. I'm going after what I want. I'm like the entire all 12 signs. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen in my life. All right. Okay, good. Thank you, Ocean. Hi, Gina. I'm following the light of my soul. I'm following the light of my soul. This is a perfect card for the solstice. So, because he's in the dark. So, this is a really interesting card. It's a card of Virgo. And I love the card because there's no iconography, really, very little. So, everything means that much more. And the funny thing is, it's such a profound card. All right. So, this is really this is the mentor, right? But I feel like it's the self mentor. It's like the wise man, the wise woman who lives inside of you. Like it's really your soul. It's really your soul that's incarnated a million trillion times already. And it's he goes digging. He's a seeker of knowledge. He's a scholar. And think of it like in a very alchemical way, like what do you call it? Isaac Newton, right? He never left the room, or barely. And it's like, I know where that book, I know I have that book somewhere. I know that book is somewhere. And, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and he's looking by candlelight. It's like, I know that book is somewhere because I know there's some information in that book and I'm going to get that book. And through his searching, what he finds and what reveals itself to him is the light of his own soul. That's what happens in that card. And it's a very solo journey. It's a very, very solo journey. And I think like that's what's really going on collectively. People are like, I've always wanted to play music. I've always wanted to go this place. I've always wanted to try my hand at fill in the blank, right? And I feel like there's this energy of your soul saying, yeah, yeah, because the light leads them out of the darkness. The light leads them out of the darkness. It's really interesting. And I think that's what the moon is about. I think that's what the Queen of Cups is about. And it all started because you decided to put yourself on the tree, because you decided to give something up, to give something up. Yeah, this is what you want, fulfillment. It's interesting when this card and this card come up because they're kind of rainbows. This one even is a rainbow. This is kind of a rainbow, right? When this comes up and then that comes up, it's like I dreamt it, I felt it, I saw it, and then you bring it into fruition. Yeah, I'm looking for the thing that makes me happy and comfortable, like a sense of community, a sense of family, like minded people, my tribe, that kind of energy. I take responsibility completely for my actions and my past actions. I'm getting out of my own way. I think this is what's going on. I think you're going to release yourself from the bondage of, I can't do that. What if this happens? What if that happens? It's like the light is too strong. The light is too strong. And it's like, you go in there anyway. It's like, I'm a moth and I'm trying not to, go to the light. It's like, sorry. Oh, I'm going to get burned. The moth might, but we won't. And then I'm going to throw a few more because I've seen the truth. My third nine. Because I know what it is to live in unhappiness. I know what it is to like do things just to do them, to satisfy other people, to do them because I hate that. I have to hate that. It's driving me crazy. Um, I've seen the truth, and what I have been doing is not satisfying to me, and I'm willing to give it up. And if I have to work really hard at it, no matter how long it takes, I'm going to work at it. And I understand the disappointment I've gone through, and I understand the loss, maybe the loss of time or the loss of energy or the loss. I understand the loss, and the loss is going because I still have it in me. I still have it in me. So I never described this card like this before, but it's like I'm getting back up on the horse. I'm getting back up on the horse. That's the energy. It's like I have something I really want to attain that will really satisfy me. I'm not exactly sure where it's leading. I'm not exactly sure how to get there, but I know that I've been called, and I know that it'll reveal itself to me as I walk toward it. It'll get clearer as I walk toward it, and that's what I'm doing. And that's really what the weeklies for next week are really about for every sign, truly. All right, so let me show you the cards. Um, and I did a video today with Sheila Celtic Tarot on my community page, and I thought we were going to do a live solstice reading, but we didn't. We just had a conversation, and it's a good conversation. Go check it out. But like I kept on saying, well, I'm going to do a live solstice, so here I am. All right, away we go. You ready? A lot of cards. All right. I feel a little trapped in the place that I'm at, and I'm willing to give something up in order so that I can be satisfied. The road ahead is clear. I've seen the truth of not following the road. I am now willing to work toward it. And it's not really 100% clear, but my soul is telling me, and my intuition is telling me, go this way. Okay. And I'm willing to, try something completely new. Um, that I feel is fertile. Whether other people do or don't see it is really kind of none of my business. I have a lot of enthusiasm. I've dreamt this. My light is leading me. It's toward fulfillment. I take responsibility, and I'm freeing myself from the bondage of my own mind and from the bondage of, oh, I was disappointed in the past. And, no matter what I do, I'm going to be disappointed every time I try something new. La, 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 la. So what are you going to do? You're not going to play tag with the rest of the kids because, you're the slowest one. You play anyway. It's like you want to be included with the kids and play tag because it's fun to run around and scream. It's like, okay, maybe you're the slowest one, and maybe they're going to tag you first and you'll be out first, but it's okay. Hi, Tammy. So that's my little take for the solstice. Okay. And then, so, years ago, I used to get together with a friend in New York, and we would always get together for the winter and the summer solstice, specifically, not for the equinoxes, but for the solstices. And then we would do a little whatever ritual. I would love to light the incense, but I think it's going to be too smoky. I think it's going to be too smoky because it's like, unless I light very, 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 very little. And my kids are here. They want to participate too. So, this is the end. Okay, I already got a little ritual. Don't worry. It came to me. Hang on. So go get a candle or a lighter or whatever it is. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Don't get all caught up. Oh, it has to be this, it has to be that. Don't piece of paper and a pen. That would really help. Um, where is that candle? Okay, well, I'm coming. All right, so of course I have copal. This is my incense burner. Isn't it cool? I got it on A Lady of Guadalupe. Hi, Wiki. We're doing a little ritual together. Okay, so I've lit my charcoal. Now, if you don't have anything to burn, that's fine. I like the drama. I'm going to have to put it back there. Okay, so I have this. Now, this is what I would recommend. This is a great little simple solstice ritual. Take a piece of paper. I like the number 3. Piece of paper. And on one side of the paper, you write down. And on one side of the paper, you write down in this order. In this order, por favor. And make it so that you can cut it up. So I'm going to do it like this. I don't know if you can see that. All right, this is very simple. Can you see that? Do you see that, or do you see it backwards? What I'd like to receive, what I'd like to release. 3 of each. Right? It helps if I do have scissors. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. But I would really recommend that you write down what you'd like to receive first. Okay. Well, this isn't the incense. This is just the charcoal. They call it carbon, like carbon. All right. I'm going to put it back here. And I have copal. You know what copal is? Copal is pine resin. It's pine resin, but I'm going to cut off a tiny little piece because the smoke in here gets crazy. Sometimes I have to wait to do videos 20 minutes. All right. And I'm going to put a little copal. And it's like, I offer this. Just my energy is, I'm offering this to the Godhead. I'm offering this to the angels. I'm offering this to my higher self. Okay? Okay, good, Wiki. All right. And I wrote down so far one thing that I'd like to receive. And you know what? Dream big. Dream big. Right? Dream big. Oh, that'll never happen. But if you want to receive it, write it down. Okay. It's making noise. Okay. And then I'm going to write down, so I wrote down things I want to receive. And then I'm going to write down 3 things I want to release. Okay. And now, I mean, if you don't have a scissor, I think it's fine. But I'm going to find my scissor. Give me a second. This is not what I thought I was going to do. I thought I was just going to do a little reading, and that would be the end of it. But this is the way it ended up. So the reason I'm doing it is because I was on today, and I thought I was going to go live and do a solstice reading, because that's what I told everyone on my one of the videos. And then we just ended up having conversation. And which is fine. And it went really well. It's on my community page. I had a conversation with Sheila. It was really a conversation about how to get through hard times, how to transform, basically. Because I have experience. So it's an interesting conversation. She's starting a new channel, like spiritual conversations. Okay. But then I was like, but I told everyone I was going to do it. And I kind of wanted to do it because I wanted to see what was up, to tell you the truth. Not that I remember what I say. I have to watch the video myself later. I get into this. Oh, hi above the clouds. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Vivian. A pleasure. So, Vivian, we're doing a little ritual. If you're here, if you just got here, I did a little reading so you could watch it later, because I don't know what I ever say. Not that I don't know what I ever say, but sometimes I just talk so quickly. So we're doing a little ritual. So on a piece of paper, you write down 3 things you want to release in this order. 3 things you want to receive. And, it's a solstice, so it's either 3 months or 6 months. You'll see. And then 3 things you want to release, right? And who else is new? Above the clouds, high above the clouds. Pleasure, as always, right? Hi, Nancy. We're doing a little ritual, Nancy. Very exciting. So I lit the incense. Now, if you don't have an incense burner, don't worry about it. Do it however it works. If you just want to take the piece of paper and crumple it up and throw it away, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So at this time of solstice, I'm here to release what no longer works for me. I ask in all humility for Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Zadkiel, Camiel, and Jophiel to be with us, the 7 archangels, Metatron, Sandalphon, more angels. And right that now, at this moment, I hope it's not too smoky, I release these 3 energies that no longer work for me, that have served their purpose. And let's see if it actually catches on fire. I hope it does. Oh, it is, slowly. So, Vivian, today I had a conversation with Sheila on her channel, and we talked about the day that you contacted me on the other plane. And we had a whole conversation about that, because it was really a conversation about how do you get through difficult circumstances. So, and the link is on my, what do you call it, community page. Well, this is going to take 1,000 years, but, maybe I'll help it along. Because, it's turning brown, but it's not really, because it's on the thingamajig. All right. So first I'm letting go, right? So I'm making room. It's like sweeping the floor, right? We're emptying, going through your closet and throwing away all, the clothes you don't wear anymore, or something like that, which is another good thing to do today. It's like, I never wear this. It reminds me of this and that. It has a hole in it. I don't want it anymore. All right. So I released and it's floating up, right? It's floating up. And now it's still burning away. And I'm going to put more incense because, I have it. And it's not as smoky as I thought it would be. All right. Yeah, maybe, hopefully, I'll be able to do this on a pyramid one day. Okay, I'm going to add a little more incense. It's almost like, when you go to a fancy restaurant, they give you something to clear your palate, a little bit like that. So I put the little incense. Look, make up your own ritual. It's like I make this up as I go. Don't get all like, oh, it has to be this, and it has to be in this order, and you need, oh, without lavender oil, I can't do it. It's like, please. It's all about the intent. It's all about the intent. That's how magic works. It's all about the intent and the vision in your head and what you're feeling in your heart. Doesn't matter whether you burn it, you don't burn it. If you take a little piece of paper and you cut it up into a million little pieces and throw it in the garbage, that works too. Right? So don't get all wrapped up. It has to be this, it has to be that. Okay. So the Godhead took away all those things that no longer work for me. I'm going to open the door. It's getting a little, where are you? Now it's really getting crazy in here. You can't see, but I can. Oh, it's going out the door. Good. And now I'm going to put on what I'd like to receive. Okay. This is what I'd like to receive. This is what I know I will receive because I asked for it. Ask and you shall receive. I believe this and I know this in my heart. That I do know in my heart. I ask and I will receive within the next 3 months. Oh no? Sound effects help. Jesus Christ. This thing's gone crazy. All right, but it's going out the door, which is good. And this I'm going to burn slowly because I want to cherish it and relish it. And that is our little ritual for the winter solstice. That is our little ritual for the winter solstice. Talk about simple. I made it up off the top of my head. Basically. And so today the conversation I had with Sheila was really about the fire and what I did after the fire. Hi, Ariel. And like yesterday, I had a weird day. Weird. And then I'm like, oh well, you have to have this, and this isn't good, and that isn't good, and I had to stop myself in the middle of it. It's like it hasn't even been a year for the fire, and you have a place to live, you have a place to sit, you have your children. I have a really cool chair. Look at this chair. Isn't this cool? And it spins. Check that out. And I have a place to sleep. I have a YouTube thing going on. And yesterday I I listed the apartment to rent for guests on like 3 different sites. So it's coming, it's coming. It'll be fine because I need more, I could use a couple more bucks. And so that's that. That's that. So this is the time of year to say, okay, this no longer works for me. I let it go. I release it. Take it away. And this is what I'd like to receive. There's actually a meditation you can actually do with this, where you go into a state, and maybe I should make a separate meditation. I think I'm going to start making meditation videos. It's something that's been on my mind for a really long time. And I have to figure out how to put them together because I don't want to do it with my face because, like, look at my face. It's like, maybe have flowers or a stream or something like that. And I'll have, like, this is for letting go of this. This is for receiving that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to go. I have to get like a video editing thing, but I'll figure it out. It's not as difficult as you might imagine. And if I say that, then it really isn't because I'm really not techie. Okay, does anyone have anything that they want to say or I don't know, because otherwise, how many minutes are we in? 35 minutes. So otherwise I can do like like 2, 3 cards, but that's nothing more than that. So if you want to ask a question, especially like concerning the next 3 months, right? Otherwise, Jeffrey is going to go and take a nappy poo. I had a really good lunch today. It was really good. Hi, Ariel. I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry you came late. I did a little reading, and then I sort of impromptu did the little ritual thing. And thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. I'm grateful too. So I did a little ritual thing. Thank you, Above the Clouds. I love your name, by the way, Above the Clouds. It's such a wonderful name. I always feel like I'm on a plane going somewhere really wonderful whenever I see your name. Thank you, Linda. Sí, Feliz Navidad. Okay. Thank you, Lauren. Okay. So if you, I made a video today with Sheila Celtic Thoreau. Hi, Lori. Thank you. I thought it was going to be a this, but it wasn't. A Thoreau. We just had a conversation basically about how to get through, something that's traumatizing. So I shared my experience with it, and it's on her channel. The link is on my community page, but I said to everyone I was going to do a live solstice, so here we are, and that's what I did. I don't understand. Can I get a card? I don't understand that. You can have a card. You can have whatever you want. you just ask to receive whatever you want, right? Thank you, Gina. And Gina, contact me and we'll do what we're supposed to do. And then I just did an impromptu like release and receive, release and receive. A little. Okay, Maria. Okay, Maria. So Maria, I'm going to do like the next 3 months. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Hi. Lovely. Really lovely. All great cards. Lovely. I'm going to close the door. Oh, yeah. Above the Clouds, I'll pick a card. I usually do 3. I'm just used to doing 3. It gives me a better sort of idea. I didn't understand. I thought it had something to do with flying. And I was like, what does a card have to do with flying? All right, Maria, we start with the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is really, this could be like a wedding in the house. This could be a wedding in the house. But this is really about stability. This is really about stability. Stability and comfort. And then I get the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is in a state of wonder, and he is willing to learn something new. He has this energy of like an excited student. He's really curious, and he's open to gifts. So it's like, you sit in comfort and you sit in like a state of stability and a state of comfort in yourself, in your house, in your body, in your mind, right? Which is lovely. This is a lovely card. And then it's like you're illuminated. You learn new things about yourself. You're in wonder about them. It's like, I wonder about that. And, because I think because you're in a state of calm, like ideas come, maybe ideas about how to make money, how to be more stable, how to spend your time I always say time, so New York, how to spend your time in a comfortable kind of learning, illuminated way, which is lovely. And then I get the Judgment card. The Judgment card's fabulous. The Judgment card says basically, I really learned my lesson. And not only did I learn my lesson, but I've incorporated it into my body. Like I'm wiser than I used to be. I'm wiser than I used to be. And there's also this energy of receiving messages, of receiving intuition, and of hearing it, and of following it. Really nice reading, Maria. Really nice. That was a really nice reading, Maria. Okay. Now, above the clouds, do you want one or do you want three? Hi, Patricia. You're welcome, Maria. Okay, above the clouds, you want one or you want three? I'm going to give you three. I'm in a good mood. It's easier to read three, honestly. One is like, all right, you're going to be letting go of a lot of stuff. You're going to be letting go of all the stuff that doesn't work. I don't know if you did the little thing, but do it. The end of a way of thinking. It's like, I used to think that way. I can't think that way anymore. It doesn't work anymore. I've let go of it. It's let go of me. A new dawn is rising. There's a new understanding. I know it gets really smoggy in here. All right. And when you're in the process of it, it's going to be a bit of a juggle. It's going to be a bit of a like, well, I used to, it's like sometimes we let go of a way of thinking and then it comes back and then it comes, but it's like I made a decision to let go of it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have the remnants coming through, and you're going to try to sort of juggle, right? There's this energy of like, well, maybe I could sort of still think that way. There's a little bit of that. And then I get the Five of Cups where you finally release. You finally release, because then you realize that this is too much to handle. This is too much to juggle. I can't have these conflicting thoughts in my head at once. I need to, give up the struggle. I need to give up the struggle and just let it go so that I can actually utilize what it is that really does work. Okay, now I did Maria. I'm going to do Tammy, and then I'll do Patricia. Above the clouds, sometimes it's like, oh, well, I decided to let go of that way of thinking, or I decided to let go of that person, or I decided, But sometimes the remnants of it are there again. And it's like, well, and then I get soft. You wouldn't think that I get soft, but I do. And then I try to make it work. I try to make everyone happy. I try to be a diplomat. And it's like, This ain't working. All right. Yeah. But it's definitely going to pass. It's definitely going to pass above the clouds. All right. So Tammy, right? One of those tres. Beautiful. Very nice. Ooh, Tammy. Tammy, I think you have an idea of how to make money, how to like bring in more prosperity, how to be really practical with it, or maybe like the money you have, you really, like let's say you have a certain amount of money and it's like, okay, I'm on a budget, but it's like all of a sudden you're going to get brilliant at it. Either that or you're going to have this new, I think there's going to be a new way, a new creative idea. It's like, I think I could sell that. I think I can, utilize that and make it fertile and, make $10 into 15 or whatever. Because I get the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So, the Pentacles are about money. They're also about stability. So this is knowledge. This is patience. They work really well together, right? Because sometimes you have knowledge, but it's like, yeah, I want it now. Or sometimes you're so patient that you don't actually take the next step, right? But the two of them together is like, yay. It's the other thing about the Pentacles, it's about time. The Pentacles represent anything in the physical world. It could be about health. It could be about exercise. It could be about food. You're going to be able to really create something new with the knowledge and the patience that you have. Something new that's fertile and a new idea, a new fertile idea. Really nice reading also. Really nice. Thank you, Above the Clouds. You've been supporting me for a long time, and I really appreciate it. I really do. I know how to spend money. Yeah, hello. Hello. Can you imagine giving a class online on how to spend money? And some people would pay you. It's like, I'm just going to go to the store and buy whatever I want. Now that is a YouTube station. See, I just had a brilliant idea. Thank you, Maria. God bless. Happy solstice. I'm going to have a YouTube station. It's like, oh, how can I spend my money? I kind of overdid it, honestly. I kind of overdid it. Like, I don't have any money for the roof. I need a rug. I kind of overdid it. I really did. But, it'll be all right. Not my first time. Okay, Patricia, next 3 months. Here we go. Oh, girl. You got really good cards now. Oh, girl. I have the card of joy and creativity and artistic expression, the muses, yay, hooray, creativity and like fulfilling, it's like, it's like you're doing something and you love doing it. You love it. Okay. And then I get the sun. And then I get the sun, which is, the sun is so profound. The sun is really one of the best cards in the whole deck. Might be the best card. The sun is, okay, so it's about clear thought and it's about seeing things clearly. It's about things being brought into the open. It's about abundance. It's about joy. It's about, the other thing, it's about nourishment. It's about nourishment. It's about spiritual nourishment. It's almost like receiving information from the sun, from the light, and receiving the joy. That's what it is. It's like receiving the joy. This is really lovely, girl. Lovely. And then I have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, a lot of times, a lot of people see it like this negative card. Oh, the Knight of Swords is always negative. The Knight of Swords is a brand new spanking idea. It comes in really quick. It's almost like, it's like a brain flash. It's like, it's a little bit like that, but it could be also from the outside because he's a messenger. So sometimes, it could be something you hear, something you see on the internet, a t-shirt someone's wearing, like a truck that goes by that has a sign, or, so you're flipping through the radio station and you hear a bit of an ad or something. It's like, and it just kind of takes you to a new place. And it's brand new spanking idea that you're ready to take action on. That you're ready to take action on. Fabulous reading. Fabulous. That was a great reading. That was a great reading. And I get so excited. Gina, just say, I want 3 cards. Oh, okay. That's a good suggestion. I could do that. Oh, boy. Tammy, I'm in the same boat. Okay, who am I doing next? I forgot. Oh, Gina. Okay. I'm sorry about the earthquake. Earthquakes are really, really scary. They're really scary, especially if you're not used to it like me. Like we had one here, 8 in the morning. It was like wearing my pajamas. Okay, Gina. Really interesting little reading. I have the lovers. The lovers is about a choice. Okay. Then I have the page of swords. The page of swords could sometimes, a lot of times I read it as Archangel Michael. And then I have the five of cups. The five of cups is an odd card. It's like a change in the way you feel. It's about letting go of grief, letting go of sorrow, letting go of disappointment, letting go of resentment. It's about that. So I feel like, okay, you can either sit in grief, sorrow, remorse. You could just, wallow in that, or you can actually, this is the choice. You could choose to be in that, or you can choose to think new thoughts, cut it out. You could choose to ask the angels to come in and assist you. That's the choice. That's the choice. Because the lovers are about a choice. The lovers also, it's about a contract. So it's a contract between man and woman. It's a contract between humanity and God. It's really a contract. So here's what I'm getting. Sometimes, we live in this society that someone says, oh, you're supposed to feel like this because this and this happened, right? And this is the way you're supposed to feel, and this is the way you're supposed to act. And it's like, uh, that isn't the way I feel, and I want a new contract. Because sometimes I think we have this notion of God being like, the guy with the beard and throwing lightning bolts and stuff like that. It's like, I want a new contract. I want a new contract. That God is fired. I'm getting a new one. I'm getting a new one because I choose to live in the Garden of Eden. Interesting reading. Oh, now you're styling me, Mama? Now you're styling me. Okay, that's a good idea, Mama. I will. Because I just found some pictures of myself that I'll put up. Okay, Vivian, I'm coming. Yes, you are lucky. We're all lucky. I understand. It's funny because, I grew up in New York, so I'm not used to earthquakes, but I was here for one earthquake and I felt it. And then I was here, and then there was an aftershock, which I was sort of expecting, which I didn't feel a thing. And then in this building, I didn't feel one. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was really early in the morning, but I'm always aware of like I want to get like a bookshelfy thing. It's like attached to the wall. I'm not going to buy any glass, you know. The Bongina, you contact me, and then we above the clouds. You know what? Do it now. Do it now. Energy is always flowing. Energy is always flowing. You know what I used to do? This is a great little exercise. I made this one up on myself. You take a piece of paper and you write, "Dear God," this whole thing that of this checks and balances, and like you're watching me and I make mistakes and I'm a bad boy is bullshit. You're fucking fired. It's alive. I can do whatever I want. You're fired. I want a new God. And this is the attributes they have. Okay. So, and then I fold it up and I put it in an envelope and I put God, right? And then in the return address, I wrote Jeffrey and I put a stamp on it and I put it in the thing. That's what I did. I think so too, Vivian. You're on the path. That's for sure. You are on the path, Vivian. That I know. I know I saw that, Tammy. Don't even remind me. I don't know what you're talking about, Tammy. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe if I buy something, it'll all go away. All right, Vivian, here we go. And then it's 57 minutes, then I really have to go. Okay, here we go. We have the Hermit. The Hermit's fascinating. The Hermit and the Hermit follows his own light. The Hermit seeks and seeks and seeks, and then he finds his own light and he lets his own light lead him. He's following his light. He's following the light to wherever it leads him. Okay. And then I have the Two of Pentacles. You could be traveling. Okay. But I have the Two of Pentacles, and it's like, well, I don't really want to follow my light. I really want to be in this world. I don't really want to follow the light. I want to be in this world. There's a little bit of that going on. Okay. And it's like a rocky boat, And then finally, the Five comes, which is a change in thinking. And this is the end of tyranny. This is the end of tyranny. This has this energy of like the tyranny of my own mind, because he's sort of a tyrant, this guy, right? And it's almost like the Peloponnesian Wars, right? So Sparta and Athens, they hated each other. But then when the Greeks were coming, not the Greeks, when the Persians were coming, they loved each other. They didn't love each other, but it's like, we better team up here. And then they team up, and now the battle's over. These guys helped him in the battle, and they're like, we're done. We're going our own way. And sometimes I feel like the battle is in ourselves, this tyranny in my head of, oh, I can't do this, and this is the wrong thing, and la la la. Something is going to switch, and it's like, you know what? I am going my own way. I'm going to be led by the light. I tried to balance it, but it doesn't really work. That's what I got. Yeah, that was your reading, Vivian. Ocean, like, yeah, that's good. And then, you write something like, give me signs and signals and clear thinking, and give me clear thinking as to living my best life. Whatever it takes. You have to write, you talk, You do a little ritual, whatever. Different things work for different people. If the energy is there, it's good, and if you put the intent in, that's really good. That's the most important thing. So what I've been doing lately is I sit down and I write. So in the morning, I do my meditation. I have a little script that I do, and then I do like an energy work meditation, and then I write down the things I want to manifest. Right? They're like 5 sentences. I blah 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 blah. I blah 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 blah. Right? And I write them in the present tense, and then I write angels, the date. What actions do I need to take today in order to manifest my desires? And see what comes up. See what comes up. Even if you start just writing your fantasies, so you start writing your fantasies, eventually it's going to come through. It really, like, it worked for me. It worked for me. Vivian, did that make sense to you? Yeah, I think it is going to be an interesting year, Vivian. I think because you finally decide to walk the path that you're being called to walk on. Thank you, above the clouds. Yes, that makes sense, Tammy. That makes sense. All right, it's 1:01. And I think it's time to go. Yeah, that's good, Ariel. Yeah, when you set the intent when you first wake up, that's really the best thing. Yes, thank you, Patricia. So this is good. Look, everyone's exchanging information about how they, tap in. It's great. All right. You all know how to reach me. Mama sees all. I'm going to take your suggestion and change the opening banner. And blessings to all of you. Enjoy Christmas. Enjoy Hanukkah. You're welcome, Vivian. I hope it was helpful. The Hermit's a really powerful card. Really powerful. The Hermit is also, it's the card of Virgo. So at the end of the day, the Hermit card follows his light and service. Okay. And what was I saying? Yeah, check out all my videos. If you're not subscribe, tell your friends, la la la, tell your mother to buy it. And happy solstice, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. I might do a new thing, a new moon, but I'm not sure. And hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. I'm happy to see you. You wrote such a nice message on one of my videos the other day. Really, thank you. It really helps me when people write messages. It really does. Anyway, so that's the whole video. So go back and watch it. If you just got here, I did a little reading for the solstice. I did a little ritual of receiving, releasing. We did some little 3-card readings, and now it's time for Jeffrey to lay down, and then probably get back to videos tonight because I'm in the mood. All right. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me, for being subscribers, et cetera, et cetera. And see you soon. Bye.